Very good evening, friends. Meeting again in the session of philosophy, and we have finished in last lecture the chapter number 22, the aspects about the Sora. There are 4 chapters devoted by Robert to the Sora, and we're going to start today with chapter number 23, 24, that is Sora or deficiency. This is the chapter where the intelligence of Robert you can observe. He has studied the remedies. He has studied the remedies from their sources. He has studied the periodic table. He has studied the physiology. He found it out, which are the which are the minerals and elements which takes parts in the construction of human body. Then he has compared it with the remedies from that kingdom. Then how many remedies which takes parts in the construction and their deficiency and their correlation with the soric miasm. A wonderful study and postulate, and with which he tried to explain with the help of his understanding. So we're going to learn a lot in this chapter. Only thing is that we have to go little bit slow in order to understand the concepts clearly. Because for the students, this is very important topic from exam point of view. Very important. 20 marks question is asked on this topic. Describe the concept of Sora or deficiency as per H.A.Robert. Very important. But not from that point of view. This chapter gives you to think in a different manner. It stimulates your mind that how one can think in a different manner. And that's why this chapter has its own importance. So we'll start with chapter number 24 from H.A.Robert, Sora or deficiency. And he has put a question mark. What he says, criticism of Hahnemann's Sora theory has raged for centuries. It is not feasible to follow minutely Hahnemann's line of reasoning that led to his declaration of the Sora theory, but we have his own statement that it took years to classify when he came to the term soric miasm. Enough has been written to show that his reasoning in this respect was sound, and as far as it went, clear. It is not strange that in the light of modern knowledge, new arguments have arisen to assail this theory. Let us examine it in the light of present day knowledge. So what Robert says while introducing this chapter, that there was a Sora theory explained by Hahnemann, and which was not digestible to the peoples who were practicing at that time. Because what he said was beyond their thought. When he reached to the Sora, he said that suppressed skin eruption or itch, either in the past or family history of the patient, leading to form new internal diseases to which he labeled by the name of Sora. And the concept of Sora was rather difficult to understand. How can disease travels from one organ to another organ? This was not possible thought for the persons who were there at that time. And even today, many people from the modern science never accept how can it be. That is question in their mind. And question is that they never consider that it goes from one organ to another organ. This is not a channel. There should be some channel. That's their thought, because they are material thinkers. But what Hahnemann told was very practical. It was a year study to come to reach to that source, but which was not easily understood. And today also, with the present knowledge of modern science, it was not easy to digest. So Robert says, instead of that, if we put the same Sora concept in a different manner, according to the modern concepts, to the people, then people will understand. And that's what he says. Let us examine the light of present day knowledge. We have considered the general symptomatology forming the Soric group. We know what is Sora and what Sora present. Let us turn to the Boningossen's list of antisoric remedies. So he takes you to the list of antisoric remedies which were written over there on that page, and try to prove our problem along with same lines. We should employ were we to proven the problem of arithmetic. This list comprising 50 remedies was published in Hahnemann's time and has been used as a remarkable success in the so-called psoric conditions from that time forward. So he has Boni Hussain has published a list of 50 remedies called to be anti-psoric remedy, and list is given over there. You must go through it, you must read it, and you can find it out exactly what it contains. We'll read that list and we'll find what it contains. Agaricus, alumina, ammonium carb, ammonium muriaticum, anacardium, arsenic album, aurum metallicum, baratacab, belladonna, boric acid, bovista, calcarea carb, carbo animalis, carbo vegetabilis, causticum, clematis, colocynth, conium, digitalis, dulcamara, euphorbium, graphitis, guaiacum, hypersulfuricum, iodine, kalicarbonicum, lycopodium, magnesium carbonicum, magnesium muriaticum, manganum, metzerium, muriatic acid, natrum carb, natrum mur, kalinitricum, nitric acid, petroleum, phosphorus, phosphoric acid, platinum, rhododendron, sarsaparilla, senega, sepia, silicia, stannum metallicum, strontium carb, sulfuric acid, and zincum metallicum. So this list was written right from A to Z. So these are all 50 remedies, out of which 16 remedies of this list belongs to the vegetable group. This is what he says. If you go through the list, you will find that 16 of the remedies listed belongs definitely to the vegetable group, one definitely to the animal group, and of the remaining 33 remedies comprising of chemical elements or inorganic substances or combined from these elements or substances are reduced almost to the elemental consideration as the carbos, we find only three, barata, platinum, and aurum, that appear in the range of chemical elements higher by atomic weight than those essential to the construction of human body. What he says, 16 were from the vegetable kingdom. So there are 16 remedies which are from vegetable kingdom. One remedy is definitely from animal kingdom, and remaining 33, out of 33, 3 were having higher atomic weight. Rest of the 30 remedies having atomic weight very less, and they takes part in the construction of human body. Aurum, platinum, and the barata having a atomic weight much more, which never takes part in the construction of human body. In fact, they takes part in the destruction of human body. So rest of the, out of these, 30 were covering the elements which takes part in the construction of human body. Now what he says, let us see, let us examine what he says. The three remedies having their source in higher than body construction elements may be considered as falling into antisyphilitic class, and we may reasonably question their adaptability to the antipsoric condition when unmixed with venereal taint. So these three are not antipsoric. These three, we know they are either syphilitic or psychosyphilitic. Rest of the 30 remedies from the mineral kingdom or from the elements, from the periodic table, which are psoric remedies. So out of 50, the 16 were from vegetable kingdom taken out. One from animal kingdom is again taken out. Remaining 33 3 are having higher atomic weight, belongs to the syphilitic miasm, taken out. What remains is the 30 elements. Now what he sees, let us set aside for time these 3 which seems to us unquestionably allocated to this group. Proceed with our hypothesis. Just a minute. So what he says, let us set aside for the time these 3 which seems to us unquestionably allocated to this group. Proceed with our hypothesis. Some 30 elements, more or less, have been ascertained by different investigators as appearing in the human body. So remaining 30, if you go with the physiology, you will find they are the part and parcel of your body. It has been definitely established that many of these are absolutely essential to the physical construction. What he said? It has been definitely established that many of these are absolutely essential to physical construction. So these are, out of these, many are important in construction of human body. Iodine, number 53 of the element, is regarded as the highest in the atomic weight, and as we have pointed out, only the 3 that we have unquestioned appear in antisoric list beyond the iodine. So the 3 that is baryta, platinum and aurum have more than 53 atomic weight. Now he has taken the list of constructive elements from the physiology. The following list of elements appearing in the human body has compiled from several sources. It is notable that not all these elements have been assigned constructive roles in the eyes of investigators, or rather, their presence in the body structure has not been determined. Nevertheless, all these come within first 53 elements as determined by atomic weight. So see, these are following is the list which takes part in the construction of human body. Their atomic weight is written. 1 is hydrogen, 3 is lithium, 6 is carbon, 7 is nitrogen, 8 is oxygen, 9 is fluorine. These are the atomic weights. Sodium 11, magnesium 12, aluminum 13, silicon 14, phosphorus 15, sulfur 16, chlorine 17, potassium 19, calcium 20, titanium 22, manganese 25, iron 26, cobalt 27, nickel 28, copper 29, zinc 30, germanium 32, arsenic 33, bromine 35, tin 50, and last is the iodine 53. So those atoms which takes part in the construction of body weight, these are the elements, and these are the elements which are having atomic weight less than 53. His hypothesis is that these are the elements which are essential for the construction of human body, and these are the essential elements which are part and parcel of human body. Now compare this list with the list of earlier list antisoric remedies. Those 30 elements, you will find many of them in that list. See, this is his study. He says these are the elements which takes part in the construction of human body, and list of antisoric remedies, 30 remedies which are from the belongs to the periodic table and which are also having atomic weight less than 53. Only 3 were there which are higher atomic weight, and those are not soric, those are syphilitic, those are destructive, baryta, platinum and aurum. So see, he is trying to impose on your mind that these elements which you learn in the PSM, if deficiency of any of these elements happens to be there, it produces certain symptomatology. And if you compare that symptomatology with soric symptomatology, you will find, yes, these are the symptoms which you find it in Sura. So this is his hypothesis, that whether deficiency of these substances reflects in the form of signs and symptoms, and which are similar to the psoric symptoms. So whether it is psora or whether it is deficiency, and he is trying to impose on your mind the correlation between the deficiency of constructive elements and the psora and psoric remedies, and that on the basis of that he tries to show to the world that this is scientific and it is not at all something dynamic only. So this is his hypothesis. Now see how much he has studied. We'll finish only these two paragraphs where he has studied it from biochemistry. Morse tells us from applied biochemistry, it is seen that no inert element like argon occurs in the body, that radioactive elements and those that are undergoing decomposition are lacking, and that with regard to atomic weight, iodine is the farthest up the scale. Heavy elements such as lead and the noble metals are not found. Two explanations may be offered. What he says from the biochemistry, in the construction, you never get the elements which are radioactive in the form in construction of body weight. Second important thing, heavy elements like lead and noble metals like aurum, platinum never takes part in the body construction. Why? There are two explanations. First theory is that the distribution of elements in the human organism is an historical matter, representing the period of evolution when only those elements that are of a lighter weight than iodine were evolved. This is not probable. So first theory is that there were only certain elements which were present at the time of evolution of the human organism, and because of which those are the only elements which are taken part in the construction. But this is not probable theory. This theory never explains or answers your question. But the second theory, which has a significance, what it says, the lighter kinds occurring in the living things because these elements were relegated to the surface of the earth. What is it? These elements were present in the surface of the earth and were available for the use of organism as it has undergone evolution. So these are 30 elements which has less than 53 molecular weight. They were present in the surface of the earth, and from the earth they goes into the human body and takes part in the construction. The geologists believe that the heavier elements lie toward the center of the earth, since the total weight of the earth demands heavier substances near the center of mass. So heavier elements, those having a higher atomic weight, they always present at the center of earth. So they are present at the core, which are not part and parcel of human body construction because they are at the center. So the plant we used to eat have absorbs their metals and all minerals from the surface of the earth, and these are the 30 elements which takes part into the construction of human body because they are on the surface. The elements which are having heavier atomic weight remains to be there at the core. So they never becomes part and parcel of human body construction. So see, he is explaining you why these 30 elements takes part in the construction of human body. And same from which we used to prepare our medicines called to be anti-psoric remedies. Today we'll stop over here. Only thing which we have learned today, list of anti-psoric remedies from Morning Hussain. It was 50, out of which the 16 were from the vegetable kingdom, one from animal kingdom, remaining 33 were from the mineral kingdom, out of which 3 are having higher atomic weight. So it belongs to the syphilitic myelum, and rest of the 30 are having very less atomic weight, below 53, and are the part and parcel of human construction of the body. And now he starts explaining about his postulate That we're going to learn in tomorrow's session. So this chapter we have to learn by heart so that you will understand the Robert's and concept of Psora or deficiency, and which gives you to think in a different manner towards the homeopathy, the scientificity of homeopathy. So that's all for today. Thank you being there. Today it's not possible to conduct a lecture of Materia Medica. So we'll meet tomorrow directly at 6 o'clock. Thank you and good evening.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Have
you
a
very
good
much.
evening.